Hey guys, so this is a really quick one. I want to share with you guys 9 random facts I think couples need to remember. I think we know sure, but somehow we forget. So this is just a reminder. Share with your spouse, share with your friends, and just relax, catch your sob as it comes. Even me, I would also be catching my own sob as it comes. So the first one is, celebrating Valentine's Day does not make you a pagan. Now there's this gist about, godly couples now. We like to do now, we know pass. Valentine is not a godly thing. Any opportunity to share love with your spouse should be welcomed. Like, it should be welcomed, it should be embraced. So ditch all those ideas of Valentine is not godly, it's not a Christian thing, I know. And please just share love. Yeah, I know that you guys share love every other day, but it is a special day. You know that your spouse actually needs this or actually likes to be celebrated. Why not, right? So that's point number 1. Point number 2, sex does not begin in the bedroom. It starts very early in the morning from when you wake up. So some people just believe that sexual activities starts inside the bed. You've had your shower, you touch yourself. No, it starts from like way in the morning. How you greet your spouse, how you hug them, how you check up on them, how you send naughty messages here and there, how you prepare their mind, how you send naughty pictures. So it does not begin in the bedroom. It is boring that way. You need to start from morning to be preparing your spouse's mind. You get the point. So the third one is knowing how your spouse wants to be loved, but deliberately refusing to love them in that way. It makes you no different from Nigerian government, who has refused to care for their people even though they know what the people want. If you know the way your spouse wants to be loved, it's not mere wickedness that you refuse to love them in that way. Right? Because that's what Nigerian government is doing to the people of Nigeria, not me, right? So I feel like it's unfair. And this is kind of connected to point 1. If you have a spouse that loves Valentine's Day and wants to be celebrated, go ahead and celebrate it. It doesn't cost you anything. And most times, it's not really about the amount of gifts. Sometimes it's just the thoughts. It doesn't mean that every other day you should not. Some people will say, I'm going to be buying you gifts since every other day. Yes, you have. But today, uncle, like, just make them feel special. If you were dating now, you would have bought too. But now you are married now, so finish to enter the picture. Okay? So please, love your spouse the way your spouse wants to be loved. And this really includes love language. Okay? So that's the third point, right? The fourth one is expressing your satisfaction during sex by making sexual sound does not make you a slut, does not make you a bad person, does not make you ungodly. Like, you cannot be having sex and be holding your mouth like you don't want to talk. Express, release the emotions. Let your spouse know that you are enjoying this thing. Don't be quiet. Like, open your mouth and express it. I know that I'm hitting some nails today, but we just really need to hear these things. Express yourself openly, like, relax, right, when you are having sex. And this, everything I'm saying here is for married people, because I know that single people will watch this, but this is for married couples. Tell your spouse how you feel while you're going on with that activity, okay? No be single, no go verse. The fifth one is being married does not give you free pass to stop flirting with your spouse. I mean, smack their butts when you're in the kitchen, tickle them when you're passing by, steal a kiss, steal a hug. All those things are really, really lovely. You should not make your marriage boring because you are married. It's not fair. When you were single, you guys really were desiring all those things. Now you are married, flirt with your spouse. Get to the office, send naughty messages. Remind your spouse of the sex you had last night or the one you had 2 weeks ago. I'll be like, man, that sex we had like 1 month ago, it was bad. Or can we repeat the same? You're already preparing the mood, okay? So flirt with each other. Send snap naughty pictures, not nude pictures, please, right? Snap naughty pictures, send to your spouse. All this helps to just make the bond sweet and beautiful. Number 6. So even if it is a responsibility of your spouse to do certain things for you and your family, saying thank you for what they have done should not be underestimated. So even if it's the responsibility of your husband, for example, to pay the rent, when he pays the rent, go ahead and say thank you. It doesn't cost you a thing. Even if your wife is supposed to give you food and serve you, when she serves you, say thank you. If your husband pays the school fees, if your wife pays the school fees, if they do anything for you that seems to be their normal responsibility, it doesn't cost a thing to say thank you. It doesn't cost a thing to appreciate them, either verbally or via message or whichever. But gratitude is a must. At least try. Okay, try. Let them know that you're doing something really right. We make the mistakes of complaining so much about what our spouse is not doing, but the one that you're really great at, we don't. I was telling my one of my mentees exactly the same thing just a few weeks ago. Like, your husband has done something, you can see that he has made some changes. So why not tell him that, babe, I see that you're really trying to do this thing I complain about. So like, I appreciate you. Like, well done. Those things really help. It makes them feel seen, right? So that's number 6. We have 3 more to go, guys. So number 7, raising your voice at your spouse does not make them hear you any better. It only shows your personal development needs in the area of communication. So some people think that when they raise their voice, right, their spouse gets the point or hears them, but that's really not true. Right? It just simply shows that you need to work more on your communication skills. So if you cannot talk, if you cannot resolve issues without really raising your voice, then you need to go back to the drawing board and work on yourself, work on your habits, and try and ensure that you are in control of your emotions and you're not really raising your voice at the other person. Okay, are we together? Am I still your friend? Okay, so number 8, parenting is great, but only a naive spouse would place the kids before their spouse. Now, so you know, when you get married, the first few years, kids come into the picture and it begins to get overwhelming. You get so busy, you cannot even hang out with each other, you barely have time to spend with each other. That's part of life, right? But you must be intentional not to put your spouse in the back seat and put the children in front. Women sometimes are guilty of this. They're busy all over with the children. I know they'll give excuses that the husband does not help, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about that today. All I'm saying is try to prioritize your spouse in and every situation, because these children, guess what? They're going to grow and they're going to go. That's the truth. Worst case, say 20 years, they've gone to university. After then, most of them are out of your house. Just you and your spouse remaining. So if you're not building what you have now, in the next couple of years or decades, you and your spouse will become strangers, because the people that you've given so much attention to, right, they've left. Some husbands come back from work and they just hug their kids, I miss you. They don't even see the wife. They don't even know whether she's there or not, and they just move on, right? Give those children attention. It is good, but when you grow older, you will begin to realize that you and your spouse, you have grown apart. So no matter what, your spouse remains number 1, remains priority. Check on the kids, love them, but still come back to your spouse and say, babe, how are you doing? My husband, how are you? My wife, how are you? Have you eaten? Are you fine? How was your day? These things are really, really important. Connect, okay? Number 9, but not the least, the last one, I said 9 points, is intimacy doesn't just happen. Guys, this one is the cocoa. Like, it's a whole topic entirely, so I will not spend too much time. But it does not just happen. You have to work at it. You have to daily commit. Find something that you can do to make your spouse happy. Find something that you can do to help them. Find something that you can do to just make them believe that you are on their side. Okay. So with these 9 points of mine, I hope that I've been able to remind you of these facts about marriage. Until next time, I remain yours truly, MrzSparkles. Okay, please share this video and let me know in the comment section which one you like, which number you're working on and you're trying to improve at. Okay, peace out. Bye.